welcome back to Sarah Dalton Coaching. I'm really excited for you to be here with me today. So we are going to talk about, this is going to be day one for the art journaling content, and we are going to be covering something called, I'm just getting it, Zentangle. So this is one of my favorite art journaling techniques, and that's why I wanted to start off with it. I think it's just so much fun. Zentangle is an American method for drawing which not only promotes concentration and activity and creativity, but at the same time increases personal well-being. Zentangle was invented by a monk named Rick Roberts and an artist named Maria Thomas. With Zentangle, they created a combination of meditation and art. So that's the definition, and I'll link the Zentangle website below. I am not like a certified Zentangle instructor or anything. I just really like doing it. I think it's so fun for the reasons that they list. So some things that you might need for doing Zentangle are going to be some kind of a pen. So it's usually done on small squares, like square pieces of paper. But you don't have to do it that way, and I don't. I'm going to share with you how I do Zentangle. So I like to use Micron Pens because they're very thin and you can get really fine lines. Something else I like to use are these Signo Uniball pens. Like I said, Zentangle is actually like you take like a square sheet of paper, you draw a shape, and then you fill it in with different pattern. Okay, so this is a Zentangle that I did. These are all stuff I've done. It's a shape of a heart, and you can see it's just filled in with different patterns that I draw. It's basically like the art of doodling, and I love that. I love to doodle. So this is a heart filled in within a heart, filled in with some Zentangle shapes that are in the Zentangle books. I'll link a resource for that, for a book, if you're interested, down below. Here's another one that I did. This one, I created part of it, and I actually copied part of it out of one of their books. I copied this Hummingbird. And then I like to copy like the different tangles that they have. And I also like to kind of take what they have and then make up some of my own. So most of these were taken from an idea from one of the actual Zentangle books. But I love this as a technique for art journaling. So here's another one. It's a circle, and it's filled in with just different designs and shapes, shading. But it's all you get the fine details by using these little Micron pens. It's so fine. And if you love to doodle, this is a perfect medium for you. Like, let's say one of the art journaling prompts for the month was a heart or love. You could draw a heart, right, on the sheet of paper, and then you could just fill it in however you want. So, and another idea you could do is you could go to Google or Pinterest or something and download like a free template and fill it in with your own, make it yours, fill it in with your own design. Like you could get a template of like a basic flower and fill it in with shapes inside. That's what's fun about Zentangle is patterns. It's really relaxing, especially like I said, if you like to doodle. Here's another one. Flowers. And it's funny too, I did this, when did I do this? I did this April 8th, oh, it's upside down. April 8th, 2020. So like right before plant craziness kind of kicked in. So it's funny to go back and look and see these old designs and see like all the different flowers that I'd done. Like these are from 2019 or 2020, and then how that kind of came about later on with having my own plant shop. So all you really need is, these are all I really like. I'm just gonna share these. This is not sponsored. These are just products I really like, and I will link to them below. So Micron pens, they come in all different thicknesses for the tip. So you can get a thicker line or a thinner line. And then I like these Strathmore mixed media sketchbooks. This is a big one. And then this is from one of the smaller ones. They have a medium size too, but this is nice, like if you want to just like stick this in your purse. And I'll share some more with you in here of stuff that I've done. So you can do it on a bigger scale too, right? So this is just kind of like a calligraphy or hand lettering squiggle, and then it's all filled in with Zentangle pattern. I do that a lot with flowers. That's probably one of my favorite things to do, is to do flowers. So for an art journal, you could do one day of this. You could do the whole challenge with Zentangle if you want. So I started out on this, or even just like a piece of notebook paper, because I like to doodle, even if it's not Zentangle, just doodle. I've been doodling ever since, oh my God, probably grade school. And I would kind of space off while the teacher was talking. If it was like too much to take in, I would space off and journal, or not journal, kind of art journal in my notebook with different squiggles and different, I would draw like flowers or like hand lettering, like bubble letters, stuff like that, just for fun. So, and I would do it while the teacher was talking. And there are studies that actually show that people that like doodle have a better chance at memory retention of whatever it is that they're listening to. So you could be listening and drawing and just having fun with it. One thing that you can do that's fun is you can use Zentangle to do, it's fun. You could do it in black and white like I have here, or you could get colored Micron pens. They do sell them. They're not just black ink. But if you do use black, it's one exercise that can be kind of fun, is exploring this idea of negative space. So negative space is where you have it where the background is black, and then you create your shapes in the white. It can be easy to do a negative space on a small area like this with these Micron pens, but it is harder to do a whole thing, like a whole piece of paper on it, because you'd use a lot of ink. Yeah, so you've got the shape in white, and then you've got the black background that defines the white shape in front. So something else you can do is, after the ink is dried, you can go in and color it like colored pencils. You can kind of create like your own adult coloring book, and then later on you could like go back and color it in. So I think that's something else that's fun, because you could give it a little bit more looseness and create spaces where you can color stuff in. So I think that's really nice too. A nice, you can extend the activity by, like I said, creating a looser design and then going back in and coloring it in. So great technique for art journaling. Really great for if you struggle with like anxiety or overwhelm. Sometimes listening, like I was talking about being a kid, like sometimes having a lot of information coming at you can be a lot. And it's a nice way to be able to listen and take in information while you doodle in a notebook, because it's really what it is. It's like meditative doodling. Or if you're feeling anxious and you want to like listen to something, like I was saying, if you want to listen to a podcast, this gives you something to do. You can actually like actively doodle and draw while you listen to a book or a podcast, or listen to a YouTube video in the background, something like that. Digitally, you can use like an iPad and Apple Pencil. You can open up an app, like just the basic notes app on your phone, and use that. You can draw with either your finger or with an Apple Pencil if you have it, or you can use a program like Procreate, or I don't know what the Adobe ones are specifically for drawing. I know there is one where you can like just use it for drawing. That's fun. Or you can just use the free notes apps that you have on your phone, like Apple Notes comes free if you've got an iPhone or an iPad. So that's a nice thing too. There's also, I think it's Good Notes, and they're also like like sketch block. Like there are other apps out there that are for drawing on your iPad. So what's fun about art journaling, it's different ways to find a way to communicate expression and how you want to express how you're feeling or express a particular message. So it can be fun, it can be really detailed, it can be about, you know, like flowers, something that you're really passionate about. Like I said, these used to be in just like a 5x7 sketchbook, and I took them out and I just cut the edges off because it's got those frayed edges. In the bigger Strathmore books, these sketchbooks, because sketchbooks are a great place to keep an art journal at. Just because, here's a Zentangle one, just because it's just a bound piece. So this is like 40 sheets of paper, but this is also big, so it's gonna take you a while to fill this in, maybe if you're not fast or if you're new to something like Zentangle. But this is also a great option because it's mixed media paper, so you could do other things in here, like you could do really light watercolors, you could do collage, you could do some of the other art journaling techniques, just mixed media, that we're going to talk about later on. So it's not just for Zentangle and drawing, it's for other stuff too. So Zentangle, I'm just going to sum it up here, is really nice. It's great for focusing. It's kind of a meditative, very beginner friendly way to kind of enter into art and just work with very basic tools. So that's it. So thanks for joining me today for our first video for this series, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. And if you're interested in more content, you can check out this video here on how to live your best creative life, and you can check out this video here on the whole art journaling challenge. See ya.